Welcome back. There's a new study out that puts the problem of college sexual assaults in sharper focus. Courtney Underwood is the executive director of the SANE Initiative, an advocate for victims of sexual assault as well. Thank you so much for being here this morning. The numbers are frightening, and let's take a look. This was just released by the Association of American Universities, a study done 27 colleges across the country, and this includes UT, A&M, some prestigious universities like Harvard, Yale. 1 in 4 undergraduate women surveyed said they experienced some sort of unwanted sexual conduct by physical force, threats of physical force. 1 in 4. I mean, these numbers are surprising. We know that there were not as many reported cases as there probably are. Right. This really, taking a look at this survey and talking to these women, really shows that, yes, the numbers are really, really troubling.
Absolutely, and I think this report is one of many that will start to show all of the numbers that advocates and researchers have been putting out over the last couple of years. 1 out of every 5 undergraduate females will be sexually assaulted during her undergraduate college career. So we know that at least 1 out of 5. We know that somewhere between 5 to 6% of male college students will be. We know that freshman girls are at the highest risk that first 8 weeks when they're on campus. And this report also does a good job of highlighting that freshman girls are the most at risk during their entire undergraduate college career. That first year is really the hardest. It's when predators are sort of most on the watch, and they're still figuring out where they are and what's going on. So it's so important for parents, you know, you're still in that window. Call your kids, call your sons, call your daughters. Everybody's at risk, but it's also good to remind them, you know, what to watch out for. Remind them of the bystander effect. If you see something happening that shouldn't be, you should step in. That's the way that we raised you. We want to empower you to do that.
Yeah, so you said that first 8 weeks is on campus is really when we're seeing some of these sexual assaults happen. It's kind of like the danger zone, the first 8 weeks there. I know schools we've heard from several schools, especially in our area, who are stepping up and trying to put programs in place. They're trying to do things. I know more still needs to be done, though, right? Yeah,
there's a lot that needs to be done in education and trying to figure out roles of prevention. It's important. It hasn't really worked up until this point. So unless there's, you know, a brilliant new level of education, but so much of this is working with the schools, working with the students, letting them find their voices, encouraging victims to report. This study found what we've seen in the past. Fewer than 12% of female college students are going to report a sexual assault. And that's just to the school. So they're even less likely to report to law enforcement, which is what makes some of the new legislation that's out there, the Safe Campus Act, completely horrifying. So everybody's sort of trying to fix this issue, as are we, absolutely, but we really need to figure out what works and make sure that in trying to make things better, we're not going to completely silence victims.
Yeah, parents have to everybody has to work together, right? It's the parents, it's the staff, it's the students, it's everybody working together. Thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate it. You can find a link, by the way, to that Association of American Universities study if you want to take a look at it, and the SANE Initiative on our website, fox4news.com. Coming up.